Speaking of big wins, the Toronto Maple Leafs are in desperate need of a win after going 0 for 2 in their last 2 games, which is still better than my attempts at finding a future wife. The Leafs have slid down to 3rd in the Atlantic Division. While there are no concerns about getting to the playoffs, it doesn't mean the team can lose every game. So buds, stretch, pray, and take your vitamins, whatever it takes to get the W. With that being said, tonight won't be an easy task as the reigning Stanley Cup champion visit the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. The Washington Capitals are currently 2nd in the Metropolis Division and are coming off a 3-2 win against the Los Angeles Kings. Speaking of California, Manny Machado has finally signed a contract. After months of speculation and waiting, the coveted third baseman and shortstop signed a 10-year, $300 million deal with the San Diego Padres. The 26-year-old is having a career year as he bats .282. Machado has hit 175 home runs and batted in 513 runs as well. I personally don't believe those numbers are that great because I could do a way better job. I'm only 23 too, so I'm younger, way better looking, and can play baseball much better than this guy. I mean, I'm due for a way bigger payday. I don't care what anyone says. They definitely got our names mixed up. Speaking of sports, esteemed UFC fighter George St. Pierre is calling it a career. Sources say it's because punches and kicks can really hurt. St. Pierre believes that he's at the top and in good health. While there were rumors of a potential fight between St. Pierre and reigning undisputed UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Canadian MMA legend noted that the choice to walk away from the octagon wasn't entirely his. St. Pierre earned a record of 21-2. He retires as a former UFC middleweight champion and a 2-time welterweight champion. In basketball news, the biggest rivalry in college basketball was on full display last night as the Duke Blue Devils took on the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. The tickets for this game went as high as $11,000, which if you multiply that by 4 equates to a little bit more than my student debt. The atmosphere in the building and throughout the game was electric. We got number 44 in the house, and he's looking fresh. He got that presidential drip. We miss you, Barry. Scary play right away, though, as prize freshman Zion Williamson has his foot go right through his shoe. He walks off the court on his own, and he doesn't return for the rest of the night. I don't know if that's a testament to how strong Zion is or how cheap Nike shoes are. UNC is up 22-15 early in the game. The two teams fight for the ball, and UNC gets the board and puts it back in to make it 24-15. Now on to the second half. Duke pulls a little closer, making it 40-32, but here we are with seconds left until halftime, and Garrison Brooks throws it down to beat the buzzer. Man, that boy's hungry. Fast forward, and UNC is up by 15. They pass the ball around and extend the lead to 17. That extends the lead to 17. As far as the Tar Heels go, they have defeated their longtime rivals 88-72. The Toronto Raptors have signed guard Jody Meek-Mills to a 10-day contract. After a couple trades and free agent signings, the team is trying to fill out some roster spots. They haven't called me yet, but my agent is telling me it's only a matter of time. And when I say my agent, I really mean my mother. The Raptors haven't played since February 13th, closing out a 6-game win streak before the last weekend's All-Star festivities. Get your tissues ready because the team's next matchup will be an emotional one, as former Raptor and fan favorite DeMar DeRozan returns with his San Antonio Spurs on Friday. After spending his first 9 seasons with the Raptors, DeRozan was traded last summer. He expressed disappointment and betrayal after the decision was made to ship him out. The Raptors and Spurs played once this season already, with the Spurs taking it 125-107. Speaking of All-Star Weekend, the NBA All-Star Weekend didn't live up to expectations. In recent years, the general consensus has been that the competitions and the games are boring. The NBA has experimented with ways to increase the audience engagement so that the weekend isn't received so negatively. However, there was one play in the All-Star game that stole the show. Here we go on the fast break, and Steph Curry with a sky-high bounce pass to Giannis Antetokounmpo. He kisses the sky as he throws it down. In case you're wondering, Antetokounmpo's hand is 12 feet high in the air when he catches the ball. Absolutely insane. I mean, give me a trampoline and I could do that easily. The benches for both teams are going absolutely nuts. Well, that's it for sports. Back to Michael for more news.